Exactly. What?
What was the name you used to make me call you when we were kids? I told Colleen, and I told her, Glenn will tell you the 2 words that he made me call him when we were kids growing up.
Yardstick.
That not the other one. King Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gary, he called me King Cool, and he used to call me Alligator Kid, Lizard Boy.
That is bull crap. I never called him that. It was always, he called me like Stud Man, Uncle Man.
But not King Cool. I told
When that did come in, what did you want to be? You know what? I'll tell you a story. Gary and I have always had a sibling rivalry.
Lance and I used to call him Fluffy.
Yeah. We used to, when we were like, he was probably 3 or 4, and I was 7 or 8. We would lay in bed, no air conditioning, and I convinced him that I had a...
Stop videotape. Wait a minute.
Alexa.
Videotape
Alexa,
this.
start smiling.
Glenn had a thing that was implanted.
Wait a minute. I'm telling the story.
That one.
Please, it's Glenn's.
No, he's agreeing with it. He remembers it.
Glenn.
I don't want to put this like on a freaking film.
I just wonder where he put it.
It's pretty cool, and I remember it.
The pineapple cake will have mold on it.
Is it ready for you?
Yeah.
Doing it.
He was probably 4 years old, and I was 3 years older, and we would lay in bed, no air conditioning. Grandpa had a feathers. It was his window shaker.
Yeah.
And we would lay under a sheet, and I convinced Gary that he liked the Green Hornet. All right, really liked the Green Hornet. And I had to convince him that I had a secret phone built into my chest. And I would call, and Gary would like get on my nerves, and I went, "Oh, Gary, I'm calling whatever the Green Hornet."
Yeah.
And I would go, "Hey, Green Hornet." And he would start freaking out.
You ain't got no phone in your jet, though.
And then I would go, "Don't call the Green." He'd start yelling things over for me to tell Lance or whatever it was on the Green Hornet. And then Grandpa would come in and go, "Shut up! Don't make me get the bell." And he'd never hear me because I was always whispering. Gary'd be the one who was screaming. Christmas would come. Oh, no, this is the day I die. Christmas would come, and I was calling Dad, which we had no communication, on my chest phone, telling Dad not to give Gary any Christmas presents. And it was like 3 days from Christmas. Hey, this gets better. And I would call Gary, almost like he'd crying. Well, we got presents from him one time. And they both came to me. And one was do you remember, a big army tank, and the other was a bulldozer, and you dressed them both in my head.
I didn't grind these things.
Oh, he was like, the chest cell.
And he looks over and he goes,
we even had more fun with this one.
Oh, yeah, with the...
Mark would be in his crib.
Yeah.
And Gary, and we had Mark be afraid. Be afraid of the green pan. And I would go in and put pots and pans up in the closet and tie fishing lines through all the handles. And then I would tie another fishing line on the closet door. And Gary would be in bed and Mark would be there. And I'd hear Gary going, "Shh, Mark, I got a green hand." And then Mark would be like, he's got his eyes and thinking, I would be under his crib. And you could see him standing up there, he wouldn't say a word. He's like 3 or 4.
and he had a cast on his leg with like this.
Pull on like I was so embarrassed. But I would pull the door open, and Gary goes, "It's the green hand." And I would pull the door open, and he'd yank all the pots and pans out of the top of the closet. And then Mark would just sit there, you see him. Well, after a while, he'd
Glenn, do you remember
he never made a sound.
Do you remember Gary's birthday when Dino, we gave him the baby doll? He thought that was...
For the Raggedy Ann.
Oh, I remember
No, it wasn't a rag. It was a little baby doll we picked up for like $1. His look on his... He would go... He wouldn't say anything.
Well, do you like it? Is it what you wanted?
Oh, I know.
They used to do things to me to try to convince me that I was not the person I was.
I mean, I remember stuff that
I
you
was
did.
Margaret, I was Lance. They tried hard. I said, I'm a man.
Oh, and when the 2 presents came, I was convinced they were both for me, and I didn't want to give them up. you and Nana and Grandpa kept going, choose one. And I was like, but they're both mine. So your father messed up on the addressing. Choose one. No, they're both mine. And I kept that up, and finally it was like trying to choose one.
Tell her about the night that we left the store and the daylight saving time had gone on, and the clock was broken, and it said 9 o'clock, it was really like 6 o'clock, and he thought he was, he had to go to bed, we both knew it was 9 o'clock, but it was dark when we come out of the store, and like 5 o'clock, it was dark, and then 2, so we tell him that it's 9 o'clock, and he goes, I didn't see, was it Lost in Space?
Yeah, Lost in Space just came on, it was my favorite show.
Oh, I love Lost in Space.
And she said, well, you missed it, you've got to get to bed.
Do me a favor, say that again, Kimmy. Kimmy, say that again. I love Lost in Space.
Oh, she's an aficionado on. We sit there at night. She's going, this woman played on this and this and this. I used to argue with her. I mean, there was one show.
Was it Silly Mummy?
And I went,
George.
and she goes, yes, he did. And I sat there for a couple of seconds, and I'm thinking, ooh,
You're not right.
no, and this went back 3 or 4 times, and I could say, maybe I think I'm right. I think I'm right.
I said, okay, well,
And all of a sudden they went like this. She was right. But she's got a lot of information.
George has one to tell you. We had a meeting last month, and somebody brought up about the WEMARAUNER dog. ABCDEFG. He's calling him the Weimaraner. It's not. And I thought, no, it's the Weimaraner. He's going to know it's the Weimaraner. And so I made him $100 bet in front of everybody. He knows.
Come back and get you.
He knows when I make a bet with money. Exactly. He ain't ever gonna win.
Hey, Colleen,
He just buys
spice
it.
this up. Pop them out. Colleen, one second. Pop one of them out.
One way or the other.
She's not. I'll tell you that one thing about her. She's positive if she bets.
Oh, yeah.
And if she bets, because she taught me that. Never bet unless you're positive.
Whenever I have it, I don't know, just I'll talk about something, and he goes, I don't think so. I'm like, I'll bet you $1,000. He goes,
I bet you on. What was one of them? You remember what that was?
Watch out, he likes to barter.
I've been right a couple of times.
we were bringing it out.
We record.
It hurts that way.
Watch every night. We can try. We do real well with it. We don't like the commercials, but.
All right, everybody say goodbye. Glenn, over and out. You love Lost in Space. Mom doesn't know where she is. Colleen sings. Bridget. Say your guys' names so we will remember them later. And the adorable one in the middle?
Alexia Michael.
Say Alexia, say goodbye. Wave at the camera.
Bye-bye.
Oh,